Omen Juje Yenje Borana, Duzum Sanje Ganjang, Ransem Jugurangazam Denze Ba, Zavela Mekavla, Kujata. Tene, Ta Tambo Chenambala, Ngadu Deli Shugayan La, Tene, De Jesu, Ta Tantangaranzo, Chuga, Dwelling Double Chip Capso. Tene tanda chenambega chu kasen kondu kubatardo chu sunro cerdo tene kulon number taba sarta kulon number taba sonchu chu to semje majurndo wa nongken tadon nyambe senjen tamje tene devalanga badong dungal le chape certo tā ngārāngi tāmbi chū ñamsalem ga yin, tē ñamsalem ba lā tāmbi chū la tūsam segi yin, samba kōng nambar tāpa sartab ne sen nāru chi.
First of all, I would like to wish you all good morning. And as we discussed yesterday, when we are having any discussions about the Dharma, then as I said yesterday, in order for the Dharma to become the Dharma, we must have a pure motivation. So please have the pure motivation of bodhicitta. Think to yourself that all of our mothers, all sentient beings who are as limitless as space, need to be brought to happiness and be freed from and protected from suffering. And so for that purpose, I am going to practice Dharma. And in order to practice the Dharma, I must listen and contemplate the Dharma. And so please listen this morning with this pure motivation.
Tene tā kāsengi kāsa lā tūmōngi ngāndro nāmba ye, tā tene tūmōma imbi ngāndro nāmba ye le, jamdro tōng jay, tene tanda tsūsa te, tā mendra, tanda ngūsu shānglin nāma kāsa lā mendra pulga yuwa re la, tā kāmdara tsūsa guga yuwa re, sūngwa re la. Tene jamdro te la, jamdro tōng sōngchū chūtu sēn chē peke tab te, nāmba nī nyamsu lōng nā, pe yapo ye peke chul te, tene tā tīke, tōmō ma yīmpe ngāndro nāmba sōngke nā ne, tōmō ma yīmpe ngāndro nāmba yege nā ne, tene jamdro tāng tsūsā nī te, mendra nī te, sōngwa re la, tā tarinke kāpsa la kare hyogare se na, tene gi chuji dashin namsung tse pal doji sempe koro yen se tene ngarang la tene namto ngenpanda wo ta chitanga yungwa ta jitin chuji ga ondo sonwa nyepa ton tepa ton kurte la sopan depa la sopan jitin chuji chon na jitin chuji tige ngarang tambe chu nyonsa lemba la parchi sepeke daunda boje yimbe cherna tene kapka la non jitin chuji ke dachenbo te yungre la te chung ke tsela kare gugre tsena doji sembe nyamne chi gugre tene te yang ta tanda chetanga zo doji sembe nyamne te dikpa tang dripan jombe ke chertore la dikpa sena kare segre sena lungo ye samje go ne megewa chodong tsome pa nga la soba sepa te la dikpa megewa segre ta rangi sepa tang yin la se to chupa tang tene yin ji sepa la jisu yerongwa kaan sena ya te dikpa megewa re te yendo tene dripa sena dripa te ta chitanga dripa la namba nyi wa re la nye mompa dripa tong hizi dripa te namba nyi ye pe nang ne nye mompa dripa se na tene ngarang rang susu ke sen je tay ne ta thoma mepa ne kongpa pacha ka onke nye mompa hedang che wa tang nye mompa desha che wa tong temu che wa la sopa nye mompa tau som tong tau nga la sopa che pa te la nye mompa dripa se ta kapka la ngarang la hiu chim ngarang so la hiu chimbo che ge yo are kapka la hiu chung chung che ge yo are 다 딘데 가레 정나 용흥 토마 메바네 컴바 보조라 때네 용게 요아래라 데나마 ngo 남바동 내가 ngo 남바동 다투 빵토버게 쳐다 데네 히지 드바세나 지당가 nom도 라바 나랑가 온도 만두바 데마온 타타 투섬 쟁우 볼라 소발라 초인 셴발라 소버게 무본라 만다가 nom도 제와텔라 히지 드바 세게 요아래라 데타부 디바동 드바테노 정베게 쳐돌라 도지 셈베 검데시 고그레 소니사.
Yesterday we spoke about the 4 common preliminaries, and also among the 4 special or uncommon preliminaries we also spoke about refuge and about the accumulation of merit or mandala practice. In actual practice, we do the mandala offerings, but here it merely says that we need to gather the accumulations. It also spoke about how it is that we need, how it is beneficial and good for us to do the practices of refuge and bodhicitta. And so in this way, among the 4 special preliminary practices, the 2 practices of going for refuge and of gathering the accumulations or mandala have been discussed. And so today we are on the top of page 5. When the 8 concerns, the great enemy and obstructor occur, arise in the form of glorious Vajrasattva. And so sometimes we have various harmful thoughts that occur. We have the thoughts of the 8 worldly concerns. So the 8 worldly concerns are wanting to have praise or gain or profit or gain good things for yourself and so forth. These are when these 8 worldly concerns occur, then they prevent us from practicing the Dharma. They are obstructors, and in this way they are an enemy. And so sometimes these 8 worldly concerns, the enemy, the 8 worldly concerns does arise. And when they do arise, we need to do the practice of Vajrasattva. Now, we primarily do the practice of Vajrasattva in order to purify ourselves of the of our misdeeds and obscurations. So the misdeeds and obscurations, misdeeds means those unvirtuous acts we have done with our body, speech, and mind, the 10 non-virtues, the 5 heinous acts, and so forth. These are the misdeeds and virtues. Whether they are something we have done ourselves, whether something we have instigated someone else to do, or something that we have rejoiced when rejoiced when others have done them. These are all misdeeds and non-virtues. Obscurations refers primarily to the 2 types of obscurations, the afflictive obscurations and the cognitive obscurations. These are, the afflictive obscurations are when within our own mind, because of the imprints we have from beginningless samsara, we have the affliction of desire, the affliction of hatred, the affliction of delusion, and so forth, any of the 3 poisons or the 5 poisons and so forth. All of these are the afflictive obscurations. And so sometimes these occur very strongly, sometimes they occur very weakly, but in any case they arise due to the imprints we have had from beginningless time. And so we need to, at first, in the short term, we need to suppress them, and in the long term, we need to eliminate them entirely. The cognitive obscurations are like the coarse thoughts we have in the mind, the thoughts that disturb us, the thoughts of things of the past, present, and future, the thoughts of the various things that we are attached to, and so forth. These are the cognitive obscurations. And so these misdeeds and obscurations need to be purified, and in order to do this, we need to do the meditation of Vajrasattva.
다텔라 아빠가 디바동 드바딘존 잠버체비게 탑라 조 투몽거 람지 온도세네 가레성 요아레세나 님보 또비제고네 장원게 출성 요아레라 Tene temo mayin ba songo doji tipe lomne di dip jangwa kapsala ya te tar to zo langlin tar gu yo are la tene te nyembo top ye se du tombo number senjin be to sungre la tene rang tanda dip ge ngo ta drip ge ngo di drip ni ji ngo te kare yimba te yabo che ngo sen rāng lā kārī yā pa te ngū sīmbā sē nē tēnī tē chē yā pō yīn tē mē nā thāp chua yīn tē chēn chēn chē mā rē sāmbā rā pō chē yō na tē mā xē tō kē yō mā rē lā tē lā kārī gu kē rē sī na ā tā tē yā pō mā rē tē chēn tāng chē pa chē rē tī kē ngā lā pēng tō tō kē mā rē nē pa chēn pō yōng kē rē sāmbā tā pō chē yō na tēnī tē kē rīmbā yīn tō lā sēn tōng gā rang sam dang dig dip ni den galwa yim be chen na rimbi ge nu pa chung don ro wa hyu chung don ro wa yung ge yo re la jun si teacher na number 5 jim be to se ta dig pa ta dip pa ten zo ta dig bi ge on de se na rang me ge wa jo la so ba se ba ta rang ge dig dip sa pa dig pa sa pa dip bi ge on de se na nyam on ba ten zo rang la ya pa la ten ne je rāng lā pēmbā mīñjōngwā, nē pāñjōngwā tē yāpō, tē ngū sāi nē, tē yāpō mā rē, tē pāng gu gā rē, tē mē pā chī chī gu gā rē, sōng bē gā, kōng nāmbar tā pā chī yō nā, tā tē nyēmbō chō tu chō bā yīn bē chē rā nā, tē nē nyēmbō tānda tē lā, nāmbar sāi jīn bē tō, sōng gā yō rē lā, tā tē kī chēn chēn rā bō, tā nyō pō pāng tu pā chī zō gā yō rē, tē nē nī pā tē, tene nyembo kanto jebe top sege yo are la nyembo kanto jebe top sege na ta ngarang ge didip de jangu ge yo are la te jangu ge chirdo la gewe zawa jimba tawa tong tsurim sunwa tong zeba gomba la soba paru de tsimba tu la soba gewe zawa la zenge yen gewa kyo tang paru de tsimba tu la soba la zenge yen samba tawa zene te gewe zawa te drupa te gupa kanka chadol dugu yuwaari sena ngaranga digdim jombe chadol drupa yin samba tabu guwa ne nyamlin sena nyambo kanto chepe top se ta tenje top de ten kanchu rinpoche nomba sona solwa tab ne ta tela ngaranga digdib te jang tuba che solwa tab tepa to mugu chepa la tene digdib jangwa tela tenje top sege yuwaari sor chepe top sena digdib te jang ne ta yang ngarang ngar chepe digba ta tanda yebe ge nyemo ba tenzu pange yin na ya te ngarang ge jela kapka la ye na yapo re sambanda bo je chona ten digdib te jang thu ge yo mare la ta numa ngar je te hyapa phulwa yin te jangwa yin ta sinchi te ta ge ji su mandong wa ji ngi par to 제게 yin samba te sorchi pe top che ta nyembo top ye go ne kapa te pulge yo arela ta tanda ngarang su songo doje te pa tumo ma yin pe on to se na tene doje sempe gamde la tene didip te jang yo are.
According to the common path, the method to eliminate the misdeeds and obscurations is to apply the 4 powers of the antidotes. And then in the special path, or the uncommon path of the secret mantra Vajrayana, we also practice in this manner. And so the 4 powers of the antidotes, the first of these 4 powers is the power of remorse. So this is to really identify clearly what are the misdeeds and obscurations in our beings, to realize, to identify them. And then once we've identified them, if we think to ourselves, hey, that's not so bad, it's actually kind of nice, I kind of like that, I'm not going to worry, we won't, then the antidote will never work, we will never be able to purify them. If we think, on the other hand, if we think that is not good, that is a problem, that is a fault, it is not going to benefit me, this is something that is going to harm me, if we think in this manner, then we will be able to quickly purify the mind of them, because these are because then our mind and the misdeeds and obscurations are going to be exclusive of each other. So the misdeeds and obscurations will lose their power and lose their strength. And so that is the first power, the power of regret. of remorse. And so, with the power of remorse, whether we're talking about the misdeeds and obscurations, the misdeeds include the 10 non-virtues and so forth that we've done in the past. The obscurations include the afflictions that are present within our being. We need to identify them and say that these are not good, these are not beneficial to me. So if we need to identify them, we need to say, these are not good, I must eliminate them, and then we need to maintain this pure motivation. And if we do this, then the antidote will have strength. So this is the power of remorse. It is seeing them as having faults, and then that will make it possible for us to eliminate them. The second power is the power of the antidote. And so this is in order to eliminate or to purify the misdeeds and obscurations. It's to gather the roots of virtue. And so this is to practice generosity, to maintain discipline, to be diligent, to practice patience, and so forth, to practice the 6 transcendences. So we should strive at the 10 virtues and the 6 diligence and the 6 transcendences. And the reason for doing this, or the purpose for doing this, gathering these roots of virtue, is in order to purify our misdeeds and obscurations. So we think that they are for that purpose. And practicing in this manner is the power of applying the antidote. The third power is the power of support. And so this is supplicating the 3 jewels, please purify me of the misdeeds and obscurations. And when we develop the faith and devotion and request them and pray to them to purify the misdeeds and obscurations, then this functions as the antidote. So that is the third power, the power of the support. The fourth power is the power of resolve. So we might think to ourselves, okay, I'm going to purify myself of all those misdeeds and obscurations I've done in the past. I'm going to eliminate all of the afflictions that I currently have in my being. But in the future, if they happen again, might not be so bad. If we start thinking like that, then we will not be able to purify the acts. And so we need to think to ourselves that we have now purified and confessed all of the misdeeds and obscurations we have from the past, and we will not allow them to occur again in the future. So this is the fourth power, the power of resolve. And so in this manner, we use the 4 powers to confess our misdeeds and obscurations. And then in the secret mantra Vajrayana, we also purify them through the practice of the meditation and recitation of Vajrasattva.
Tini doji sembe nyamling ke kapsa la kare go ge yore se na tini rang ge chitu la tini doji semba yu ne tini ti ge tuka ne ta te la che che do tepa to mu gu ji ne solwa ta pa la te ne tuka ne datsa pap te tini rang datsa te rang ge chiwo ne yu te tini lu ji nang do ye be dikpa tong dripa tam ji tu ne zang gen ta pa se ne lu Shirji Kombu Tabu Jayla, Zangman Dabu Jayla, Churson, Samba Tabu Go Ne, Tini Yigi Jaba Dane, Nyonlin Nangayo Arela, Tini Ti Kapsula, Namtu Dabu Kari Chegre Siana, Chayta, Doji Semba Ngaranga Chesula Yu Yo Mare, Yu Me Yendala Ngaranga Chesula Yo Son, Gupa Kari, Yo Are, Samba Dabu Jay, No Shar Sigrela. Te shar chona chitang doji semba te rangi njalge yo mare mato doji semba te tini sanji tong songchu semba tamchi je tu yi hi jengo yimbe cherna tu tsewa chimbe ngaran so ge chitu la yuba nang yin yo re la te yepa la yepar samba re te yepa la yepar som ne ta doji semba te rangi chitu la yu yo re ten doji semba te rangi chitu la yu yepa som do yo maze tini tu tsewa chimbe ge jisu gong yo re la ngaran so ge solwa tab na tu je don sela njugi yo re ngaran so ge solwa matab na tu je don sela njugi ge kokap da bo yo mare la junsi te la ten te pa to mo ge chi yige jaba da ne solwa tab kapsula tene doji sempe kulule datsa papte tene ranga cho ne hyude tene digba tong driba kondo hyuba tabuga ta nyamon pa driba tong shizi driba la sopa tong chi tune zanghin tapa chong song sompa gamde la tene ta tiga digdib jangwa re la tene dichar na tanda doji sempe gamde la tene digdib jangwa tapte song re.
When we do the practice of Vajrasattva, what we need to do is we need to think that Vajrasattva is present, seated above the crown of our heads. And then visualizing this, we supplicate him one pointedly, and because of the power of our faith and devotion, then nectar starts to drip from its heart, and it flows down through us, entering us through the crown of our head. As it does this, it enters our body. It purifies us of all of the misdeeds and obscurations within our body. We think that we have been cleansed, that we are being cleansed and purified. And as we do this, we recite the 100-syllable mantra of Vajrasattva. So this is the practice that we do. Now, one thought that sometimes we might have when we do this practice is we might think to ourselves, Vajrasattva is not sitting on the top of my head. He's not there. So what good could it possibly do if we think that someone who's not there actually is? How can that possibly help? So it's possible that we might have this thought. But actually, though we may not be able to see Vajrasattva ourselves, Vajrasattva is the essence of all the wisdom of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. And he looks at us and he regards us with his with his wisdom of affection, wisdom and compassion, just as if he were above the crown of our heads. And so when we think about him above the crown of our heads, we're thinking about what actually is there as being there. And so we think in this way, and Vajrasattva is present above the crown of our heads. And it's not just that he's above the crown of our heads, it's that he's thinking about us with affection and compassion. And so if we pray with faith and devotion, then we definitely will receive his blessings and his compassion. If we do not pray with faith and devotion, then we will not be able to receive those. There will be no opportunity for us to receive those blessings and devotion. And so for that reason, we must have faith and devotion and supplicate Vajrasattva by reciting the 100-syllable mantra. And we have visualized that the Amrita enters us through the crown of our head and that it fills our body and purifies us of everything. It clears us of everything, and it's as if our body becomes made out of crystal. We have been cleansed and purified. And so this purifies us of all of our misdeeds and obscurations. And so in this way, this is the meditation of Vajrasattva that is taught here as a method to purify us of the misdeeds and obscurations.
다 대지에서 드네 세나녀 든지 버세 발라면 난줄 거 고르데 수아레라야 너도 넘바 예에 노네 이바 라면 난줄데 수아레라 다 대용 책공바 좀 순데 생 라면 제제 공라요 다 됐으면 다 딩친지 로주민지 무구 효라 바르서 다조 라면 지나 토백에 쳐들라 드네 로주 주마마인베 무구 누반다보데 바르네 대바도 무구 찍고 그래 드니 대야 동화 탐지가 나온다 소나 라마 산지에 동다와 라마 산지에 락바텐데 송요아래라 다때 지땅그 나란추가 송로 땅들 라마 산지에 동다와 용세가 말에 조부송지 좀 된데라 꾸이엔텐동 송게엔텐동 투지엔텐 평송초바 제버동 바바 요아래라 라마라 테타보 요마레 티처나 라마 산지에 동다와 요마레라 대견도 라마 산지 락바지 짜네 온 희게야 요 말에 준생 가르세나 라마 산지에 동다와 동보성 마도나 라마 산지에 락바지 가와 용 희게요 아래 용 희게요 말에 때 옛나야 대 라마 산지에 락바동 라마 산지에 동다와 송한테 Teme paribisina, teme pa mare. Zopu sonji jamdin de, ta lodong tong toga kong la, jitin je kong se pepare, ngarang tsu ke hyal jalwe ke kalwa me pare la. Tini song tupi ke kokaw yung toyo mare. Zopu sonji jamdin de, yentin pusong tsoba, kusong tuji yentin pusong tsoba yuware de yin na yung. Tini rang la tinlen jubu ke kokaw nabo chung yuwa mare. Mare te ngus chung yo mare te yin yang sanji ge chinla te chasang ngarang cholo top tu ge yo la tini te top ge junsin de khande de se na te sonji ge song dong sanji ge chinle da sanji ge chinla te rimba yin de la jibe la ma do tini chawe la ma la je ne tini ta ngarang cholo top la tini te rinpa yendu tinani tsawe lama la tini ngarang tsola ngu su togi yuwa la ti cher na tini lama sanji tang rawa lama sanji rang hyal njar na ya dangwa te nangare ma to yin kanya na ya yuwa ma re ta lama sanji le lakwa kari re se na sanji ngu su njal togi yuwa ma re rang lama te njal togi yuwa re sanji le ngu su dangwa te togi yuwa ma re sanji jisumbe dangwa te cha tsongwa lama le togi yuwa re la lama sanji le lakwa sungi yuwa re la di cher na tini lama la tepa tong mu ji lama di sumbi ki chue de yang taba yin chue de yang taba yin ba zang da yung ma ze chue de nyam su long na di gin reba de hloa me ba yung re sambe tepa tong i chi chi mu ki kyu la bar gu ki yuwa re di cher na lama nan jo la zang gu ki yuwa re.
Following this is the discussion of Guru Yoga, which we practice in order to swiftly receive the blessings. This is the fourth of the four special preliminaries, the practice of Guru Yoga, and it is taught in the next 3 lines. Now have great confidence free of doubt in any of the Gurus, font of blessings, acts, or deeds. Uncontrived devotion will automatically blaze. So primarily we need to receive the blessings of the Lama, and in order to receive these blessings we need to supplicate the Lama, and so we supplicate the Lama with uncontrived devotion. Now often it is said that the Lama is the same as the Buddha, or it is said that the Lama is superior to the Buddha. And when we start to think about this, at first this seems really strange. I mean, when you think about the Buddha has all these perfect, complete qualities of body, the complete, perfect qualities of speech, and the complete and perfect qualities of mind. And so the Lama doesn't have those qualities. So the Lama cannot be the same as the Buddha. And if the Lama cannot be the same as the Buddha, then how can we even begin to think about the Lama as being better than the Buddha? But when we say that the Buddha, that the Lama is superior to the Buddha, or that the Lama is the same as the Buddha, that is not really what we mean. When we think about the Buddha lived thousands of years ago. We have had no opportunity to see the Buddha face to face. We have no opportunity to hear the Buddha teach. But we are still able to receive all the blessings of the Buddha's of the Buddha's activity. We are still able to receive the blessings of his qualities of body, speech, and mind. And the reason, so we are, even though we are not actually able to, we do not have the opportunity to receive these blessings directly from the Buddha. But that is not a problem, because we can receive these blessings and all of these blessings. The reason for this is that the activity, that the Buddha's speech and the Buddha's activity and the Buddha's blessings have been passed down through the lineage of root and lineage lamas. And so now we can receive these blessings of the Buddha's body, speech, and mind. We can actually receive them from our own root guru. And so in this way, the Lama is the same as the Buddha. Because if we were to meet the Buddha would not be able to do anything other than just give us these same instructions that we receive from our root guru. When we say that the Lama is superior to the Buddha, then then we do not have the actually have the opportunity to meet the Buddha, but we do have the opportunity to meet the to meet the lamas, and so we can actually receive all the blessings for the lama. And so in that manner, the Buddha is superior for us. The lama is superior for us. And so in this way, when we practice this, we have faith and devotion for the Lama. We develop true faith in the Dharma, and we think that the Lama will teach us the true Dharma, the Dharma that we need to practice. And not only that, if we practice this, it will unfailingly bring us a result. And so if we have, this will happen if we have the faith and devotion. And so for that reason, we need to strive, be diligent about the practice of Guru Yoga.
Saint Laman Zeche Kanlayong, Tatesam Tawe Dinkin Chisi, Tamugu di Chimbo Sepe Kapsala, Kapkala Lamala, Zepaton Chelam Mandawa, Tende Yungi Yore, Zepaton Chelam Mandawa Yundu de la, Yapo Yinayanda, Dubo Yinayanda, Kanlayan, Tatesam Tawa, Tela, Tesam Yini Kanya Chigwe Yomare. Junsen Karare Sena, Lamen Zepaton Chelam Tela, Jutu Yomare, Naran Kang Chedula, Rogo Yore Sena, Lamale Tombi Chu Chedula, Yunga Yore, Tombi Chu Nonselembe Chedula, Lama Tenga Yore, Tombi Chu Nonselembe Chedula, Lama La Solo Tawi Yore, La Zepaton Chelam, Konlayon, Tesam Tawe, Dain Chembo Jini, Tel Cheper Chedo Yomare, Take up Gala, Yapo Yun Jal Sigare, Kapgala, Tesi Dubo Yun Jal Sigarella, Tela Cheper Chedo Yomare, teacher na Tesam Tarwagone, Tinite Lo Jumin Jimugu Hula Barney, Lamananjola Zana, Sena Cheper Jinjugare, son. Tati Hendo number Yeti, Cubarella, Teji, Sola Tango Duba, Songi, Shogi Yore, Sungi Yore, Caririsiana, Chitanga Chula Kulma, Targeting Gurde Chula Kulma in Bechelna, Chu Chiguri, Chu Tenguri, Chula Tepaguri, Muguri, Sone, Sunremato, Dongan Days, and Mixalki Jachimbo, Son you are Donga Yandala, Son you are Rete, Yunaya Tatanda Tangu Yig, take the Dudu, Chikontini, Son you are.
So it says, now have great confidence, free of doubt in any of the Guru's font of blessings, acts, or deeds. And so sometimes the lamas have various different things that they do, various different acts and various different needs. It's quite possible that there be different types, and whether they are good or are bad is not something that we need to concern ourselves about. We should have no doubt about them, and we should have great confidence in them. And the reason for this is that we don't go to the Lama for what they do or how they act. We shouldn't bother ourselves with that. Why is it that we go to see a guru? It is because we want the Dharma. It is because we go to the guru in order for the Dharma. We go to the guru in order to practice the Dharma. And so we don't need to worry about anything else. We do not need to have any doubt or ambivalence about any of the Lama's actions. Sometimes it is possible that we will see some of the Lama's acts as good. Sometimes it is possible that we will see some of the Lama's acts as bad, but there is no difference in those, because we are not going to the Lama for that. We are going to the Lama for the Dharma. And so in this way, if we think in this way, then uncontrived devotion will automatically blaze. And so in this way, the practice of Guru Yoga has been taught here, and that completes the teaching on the 4 preliminary practices. Following that, there is a short discussion of the main practice. Now, it is only a very short discussion. There is not much about it. And the reason for that is that this is a song to inspire practice. And so it is primarily a song in order to inspire faith, inspire devotion, to get us to do the practice. It is not a song where the instructions are given at great length. Khenpo Gangshar gave the instructions elsewhere, and so here they are only taught in very brief form, in just a couple lines.
Tene ta teji sungu yedela leche se chaptu to somne palama rongri ngo chong somne tene leka ngarang tujun de ledan sawa kare sena ya 다 라메게 샤도동 테네 산지제 템바동 담베주게 쳐들 샤도 세바인 sombe kung number tabaton 제비고네 테네 랑가 라마탄 라메게 롱릭데 라메게 토동 롱게 산니 예메다 시네 테네 Soja Chimbo Dawo Chiron, Tuisi be Lagerton, Sunkin in the Yorella. Tene Tati Tabo Tanda Rang Sam Dan, Tenisa Lama La Tepaton, Tawelamato, Jibelama Tenzola Tepaton Muguchi ne, Solwa Tapte, Teniti Rang Sam Don, Lama Tuni Yemi to see ne. Sydney, Tini Topa Chipertin, Jilla Chison, Sambangone, Ranga Rikpate, Tazo Naranga Semte, Tinizo Chitanga on the Siena, Tipa Membiga on the Siena, Cassin Cuba in the Consaga Dotmapa Latine, Dotmapa Gamba Latine, Niemon Patenzo Pang. Yentintenzo J, Tatin the Yunga Bacheta, Tipa Chimbuga on the Siena, Chutanji, Tombanid, Chuji Dotmeba, Chutanji, Tombani, Tamo Chuji Yen, Sarton Sondun Jupate, La Zitne, Tate, Ponzaniemon Baton, Shizi de Batenzo Pon, Tozi Yentente, Tramenji Yentenzo Yonsu Jebranjovare, La, Tasson Doji typic Nielonga on the Siena. Tene tsei ngupo te tomba ni yinna yinba re, ma yinna chepar shido yo ma re, te la tachi si guya yo ma re, tsawa te sula tugi yo re se na, tene kanga ke tsawa te ngarang sen la tugi yo re la. Ngarang sen la tudu te la ngarang sem te ge netan te kantindu sem te kawadu, sem te ngo te kantindu yapo te na, tene te sen te nelu te korang, sem te yeba yinna yung korang yeba, meba yinna yung meba korang kari yinba te, ngarang sen te la, ngarang mantong jo kanyan yo ma re, ngarang la sen te yo re, tuma meba ne tati parta la ngarang la sen yo re, Yore la, yore de yinna tiki ngo de kandindo, tiki namba de kandindo, yapo ta nyon yo mare, la ta tanda tiki ngo de ta du de la. Tini ngo tomba, rong yin salwa, sinkin te, rong hu ki khargi yore. Tini sen te la nye ta tsorya, toya ndabo yo mare la, tiki ngo de tomba la kogi yore. Tiki ngo de tomba la kogi de la tomba chiyo me ba, ribe se na chiyo me ba mare, kanga hakwa kinshi, tanda tei tangchi nonda song yore. Kinshi kari ki jabo, samsi tenzi tangchi manga ba yose. Tini rangi samsi tang tenzi te manga ba yore la, te tabu ki senje ne lu ti ngo te chong na, ta tiki ngo te la ta ne, tiki ngo te chong na, tini tiki mengo chebar tang papa yinpe che na, ti dangwa te la, yone yon tu chong gu re, so ne ta ti dangwa te temba re.
And so for the practice of the actual, or for the actual practice, it reads, think of whatever you do as service. Maintain the self-aware essence of the Father Guru. And so when we are doing the main practice, we should think of everything we do as service to the Lama, to the root and lineage Lamas, as service to the Buddhas, as service to the Dharma. And we should practice with this pure motivation in this way. And then maintain the self-aware essence of the Father Guru. And so in this way, our own mind and the mind of the lamas become indivisible from each other. As it is said in the instructions on mahamudra, it is like our own mind and the Father Lama's mind, Father Guru's mind combining into one. And so in this way, we have faith and devotion for the Guru, and we supplicate the Guru. And then we imagine that our own mind becomes invisible from the mind of the Guru, and we think that we have realized the nature of the nature of the mind, and we maintain the self-aware essence of the mind. So in terms of the teachings of the foundation vehicle, we try to realize the selflessness of the individual. By meditating upon this, we are able to eliminate the afflictions and then develop the qualities. In the Mahayana, we think that all phenomena are emptiness. We think that they are empty and selfless, that that the nature of that emptiness is the Dharma expanse, the union of clarity and emptiness. And by seeing this, then we are able to eliminate all of the afflictive and cognitive obscurations, and then develop all of the qualities of removal and of ripening. In the fast path of the secret mantra of Vajrayana, then we don't worry about the external things. If they happen to be emptiness, that's fine. If they are not emptiness, that is fine as well. We do not need to bother ourselves about them. Instead, what is the root of everything? The root of everything comes down to our mind. And so what is the nature of the mind? What is the way the mind actually is? If we look at it, where is it? What is its essence like? If we look at it, then we see that we see the way the mind is, as it is. If it exists, it exists. If it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. What is important is that we see the mind as it is. And so this is the way the mind has always been. The mind has always been present with us, but up until now, from beginning of time till now, we have never really looked to see what is the nature of the mind. What are the different aspects of the mind? We just haven't looked. And so when we look at the nature of the mind, then we will see that its essence is empty, and yet it is also naturally clear. And when that occurs to us, we see that there is nothing there that we can find. There is nothing there that we can get. That is the emptiness of the mind. And yet that emptiness is not just blank nothingness. It can appear as anything, arise as anything. And so it is, as is said in the instruction, it is a self-aware, self-arising king, that can think of or conceive of anything. And so in this way, we look at this, we maintain this awareness of the nature of mind, and in doing this, we are following the superior instructions. And so in this way, these instructions on how to maintain the nurture of maintain and nurture this meditation is described in these 2 lines of instruction.
Tā te jīsa la pēyān rabu sōngā re la, tēn te tsō tūk la tān chōng na, me jāsari me pa lām tī dōl, tīn pōmo me pa lām tī dōl, tēn te tsō sōng na kārēl kōgī wā re se na, tā tēn te kōng dō tōmbu sōngchū chū dō sēn jī pēki pēyān rabu tā, tēne sōngchū chū dō sēn jī pēki tāp rabu tā, tēn te sōngā chay tā, 대지 수토모 근간로 이야다 대지 수토모 마임 근간로 이야다 되는 거에 때 다때는 바인도라 송요와래라 다때때남 투라 떠던 총나 생지 된도라 마지바세네 투모 근간로 이나ян다 투모 마임 근간로 이나ян다 무이 이나요로 강따라야 송진주도 생지베가 탑체버던 봐봐 이나용다데 대나 떠던 총나 테니메 다라도 총아 이나용다 테네라 라도 마존 침바포모 이나용다 테 롱고 텐조라 냠니 야포지세나 테니 둥알레 타르 데와토바 용그레 cheprayo mare lutin ke on de na chi peten la ti ba yin na yanda pemi jeten la chi ba yin na yanda phomo me ba lam ti dol gre lam ti madur che chong me ta ti lam ti la ndo na nguni thani ge ni tharba tong tham ji be ko bon to ba to korwa dungal ji janso le dol to ba ji yung gre sumare.
Following that is a teaching of the benefits of this practice. And so it reads, if you always keep these points in mind, whether monastic or lay, that path will liberate you. Whether male or female, that path will liberate you. And so here it says these points. So previously it taught of the benefits of bodhicitta, the methods to generate bodhicitta. It then taught the 4 common preliminaries, the 4 special preliminaries, and the actual practice. And so it taught these in sequence. And so if we keep them in mind, that is, if we remember them, so whether, and do not forget them. So we must not forget the points about the common preliminaries or the special preliminaries of the actual practice, or likewise the points about the bodhicitta. If we keep these points in mind and remember them without forgetting them, whether monastic or lay, that path will liberate you. Whether male or female, that path will liberate you. So whether we are monastic, whether we've gone forth, or whether we are lay people, or householders, then there is no difference. If we practice that path, if we go down that path, then we will come to a level where we are freed of suffering and achieve great happiness. There is no difference. In terms of the physical body, then whether we have been born male or whether we have been born female, there is no difference. If we follow this path, the path will liberate us. As it continues on the next page, there is no one at all that this path will not liberate. And so if we go down this path, then there is no doubt that it will bring us to the state of nirvana and free us from the ocean of suffering of samsara.
Tene ta te jeso ta ichi chi bige chadul lo junda bo sungare la pu ngai nyomni tenda yen se tene Khenpo Gangshar range nyomni karila na yin se na te na la nyomni sepa yen la te na la nyomni sepa la tene debu ya bo je thopa re te Khenpo Gangshar range sardo zu ne tene range hirap je topji zikpa changpa rebe sena mare ji lami nawa te yang jen se kong la tsawe lama ka na yung ka dangwa yung te re takarang yen te tabo ji nawa re kong ke te nyamne nawa che ta lami te nawa che kona rebe sena mare lami nawa te yung lama changpa ka suwa ma yinpa chu doji genje yung hin te tene sonji jamden deji sumben do da jide chimbo nam da tene kedu chimbo tamji ji sumben do derba da jijin derba kenje yongni yo tagaran re yongni sena himbo dabo zawa dabo de tere la teacher na junsin somsong yo are konge nyamne nawa che da lame te nawa che da lame nawa de chun doji tamji ji yongni ba himbo dabo yimba tsik nengwa tele yinme be tsik nengwa ta tso de kari resi na takarang nyamne na takarang kata na tsen dusi takarang kata na tepa tang ichi je jo de kali che ware.
Following this, in order to inspire confidence, he speaks a bit about the history of these. And it begins saying, "Child, this is what my practice is like." So this is what is the practice that Khenpo Gangshar himself did? It was just this. This is the practice that he did, and because of this practice, he was able to achieve a good result. But is this practice something that Khenpo Gangshar made up anew for himself? Is it something that he saw with his own intelligence and discernment? It is not. This is what the Lord Gurus have given. These are the instructions that his root guru gave to him, and it is exactly that same instruction. And by practice, he practiced it. And so is this something that was only given to him by his lamas, that was practiced by the gurus and by him alone? It is not. The quintessence of all Dharma and of all the Dharma, Sutra, and Tantra, it is also the quintessence of, it is something that was given by the root lamas to him and that he practiced, but it is the quintessence or the very essence of all of the sutras and all of the classes of tantras. It is also what is taught in all of the commentaries on the sutras and tantras by the great scholars and meditators. And so in this way, it is the quintessence, it is like the basis or the fundamental aspect of it. And so in this way, there are 3 reasons. First of all, there is Khenpo Gangshar's own practice. The second, there is the fact that it was given to him by his gurus. And the third is that it is the essence of the sutras and tantras. And so because of that, this is nothing other than these words and points. And so that is exactly what it is. It is just this that we need to practice. It is just this that we need to be diligent about. And it is important for us to have faith and devotion in just this.
Tene ta te kendo la konge nyamlin nawa ke solte tene kongri ke ko sindala ya te tar to nyamlin nawa re la te ta gu te pa ta ichi chi ne nyamlin nawa re te tsom to yomaji jewa ne jewa sera ne sera konto te ten kendo la nyamsel len ju ke tuk mu pa ta rewa chonge yo re la te tar to nang ju kin char kin rabo yo re la te jewa ne jewa sera ne sera thong chi te ta bo nyamlin nang ge ya ba che to tu jinchi me pa te tan tu jinchi me pa la tu ya jinchi me pa la tene te chen da la yin na yang da si jewa chima la yin na yang da ti jewa ne jewa sera ne sera thong chi de yin na yang rong te te jinchi me pa tak pa te tan po ga yin ngen lan chong ne ye so tene kong ri ge tu la te ya po je nyar te ya po je la te pa to mu gu ji te ya po je te pa to mu gu ji ne nyong so long ne yu ye ba yin so re.
And so this is the manner in which he has practiced. He has practiced this way in this lifetime. He developed faith and conviction in these and practiced them. And likewise, he also has the wish to practice and to keep these in mind from lifetime to lifetime. As it says, and actually the translation needs to be changed a little bit. So in all the births and lifetimes, as they have said, may I keep this meaning in my heart continually. So just in all the lifetimes, may I keep these points, just as the gurus have said, may I keep these in mind. This is his hope, this is his prayer, this is his intention to keep them in mind from lifetime to lifetime. In this lifetime, in the next lifetime, and from lifetime to lifetime after that, may he continually keep them in heart. In other words, may he always remember them, and may he always be able to practice in this way continually.
Tene ta te kongri range tene nyamsel len be sultan ichi chi be sultan te pa to mu ji be sultan tene te yen do to la tam cha ye be sultan so temba re la ta te ji so ngarang so durza yen do la dongwa temba re labjan na wa re la labjan na du te la ta rang te nyam ne che ba yin ru checho nam jong te den yen ni rupi te ne nyam len je se ten ngarang so ta durza ji ram din khandi ji yin na yo chen su ge tene khori rang ge nyam len na wa na yin khori rang ge ichi che ba na yin khori rang ge tene thok ge tam cha na wa na yin ge te ta bu hin na rupi te ne hin rupi te ne he tak pa ne nyam len ten de che na ta pen to chen bo yung ge yo re la te ta bu ge nyam len na ru ji so re ta tengur desin che re ta te ji sungur desin ni ba te yin sa re.
And so this is a description of how Khenpo Gangshar himself has practiced, how he developed conviction, how he developed faith and devotion, and how he kept these instructions in mind. And following this, there is the advice for us, for others to also follow this advice. It's as if he's saying, I have done these myself, so now you, friends, you as well, keep these, follow these points and practice with fortitude from deep within. So here he's advising those other disciples that you should also practice just as he has practiced, just as he has developed conviction, and just as he has made a commitment. So we also should practice with fortitude from deep within. With fortitude, we should practice from the very depths of our beings, and if we do this, it will bring us benefit. And so this is the first section of these songs, and following this comes the second song.
Tene tering ngadu chun te tsam hyo na tene te chun chen ni se pe ge za wa de sen chen tong ji ge tan dong ne tene mhlong ya po je jap ta ting sang ge ka so la mong tu ge nyen kha chen bo yo ba yin ban da do ga tene tin zo hye ge tu ji dam mhlong ya po je ja se ro je.
And so that is enough for this morning's session. Now please dedicate the virtue of this to the benefit of all sentient beings. And we're currently in a day when there is a lot of danger of war. And so please dedicate these particularly that all dangers of war may be pacified.